Hey guys, this is Cal and LF with another episode of Mock Talks, and today I'm talking about Jala, Toa of Fire, my own custom version. The idea behind this version of Jala, as some of you may already know, was I made a school project. I had a mythology class I was taking at my state college that I was going to at the time, and we had a final project, and there was a lot of freedom in what we could do with it, so I decided to make a cool version of Bionicle, since it was a mythology class, and one of the options was to do sort of like your own kind of mythological tale. I decided to do a version of the 2001 story with kind of a mythological cliche story narratives in there to sort of give it kind of a mythology type story feel. And I kind of execute some interesting ideas, like what would happen if all the Toa died and only one was left, that kind of thing. So if you haven't seen it and that sounds kind of interesting, go ahead. Some people have actually thought that it was my attempt at doing the actual G1 story, which it was not. The Toa don't die at the end. So yeah. But I did also like the idea of leaving room for a new generation of Toa. I unfortunately only showed one. Well, not really unfortunately. It just felt like the way I did it, I thought was kind of neat. And that at the end, you see Vakama narrating the story, but what you what you saw see at the end that you don't see at the beginning is that now Toa Jalla is listening as his story shows a picture of Jalla receiving a Toa stone, which implies that Jalla becomes Toa, and he does. And this is basically that same figure. I recently changed his upper legs. I mean, what am I saying? Upper legs. His lower legs to be the standard Anika legs, because I thought that would match his standard height, so that he can kind of compare well with his Mari version, which is definitely the best set version of him. I like the Anika one a lot, but the Mari Jala just was so cool, and that mask is so awesome. So yeah, there the two of them are together. But as you probably could have guessed, the reason that I didn't just use Mari Jala is because the idea with this the Toa Jala in that story is that Jawa was just given a Toa stone and was turned into a Toa in the traditional route, as opposed to what happened in the Bionicle story, where first the Matoran were zapped by red lightning in canisters that turned into Toa Nika, and then got Mari armor the next year, which is why he was Toa Mari. And same reason why I didn't use the Nika version, because he turned into a Toa in the standard way. So that's pretty much all there is to say backstory-wise. As far as a mock, he's pretty simple. He's got kind of armor on. Because I like the dark red, and I really like the look of the chest piece they gave him in 2007, and because 2007 was when they really started recycling body designs, and it felt really cool that of all the Toa, Jala actually got a new chest piece. I wanted to make sure that carried on into this version. Also, the reason he's carried these swords is because I like the idea, since his mask in story wise was the main story, that is, was Toa Lecon's before Lecon died. I like the idea of making him, as a standard Toa, more of a Lecon type by giving him Lecon swords. I thought it would be cool if they ever made another version of Jala after the Mari, to have him look more traditional, like because as if you for those who didn't know the story as well, when the Matoran were on their way to go help the Toa in the 2006 storyline where they fight the Paraka, they get captured by a guy named Karzani during their trip, and their mask gets stolen, and then they eventually escape. And so when they're in their canisters and they get zapped by the red lightning, they aren't wearing masks, and that's why they get organic masks when they turn into Toa. Very weird stuff, but so sorry if you can't keep up with that. But basically, the mask that Jala wore previously was Toa Lecon's, and the idea is that Jala suggests that one day, in the story that is, Jala suggests that one day he's going to go back and get his original How, which is Lecon's. And I would have liked if Lego eventually got around to making a set with Jala once again donning his Lecon How, but as a Toa. So that was also part of the idea with building this figure. It's like, this is him as a Toa, and he's kind of the new Lecon in a sense, because as far as characters go, he is I would say more like Lecon than say Tahu. So yeah, here's a comparison between him and the standard Toametru Lecon, and yeah, I think they compare decently. Of course, he's taller because he's got the newer Inika style build, but yeah, there's not a ton else to say. I do have to say, one thing nice about CCBS is that I got to do these pieces, and kind of I liked doing them as little accents. I really like a lot of the old pieces for their style, but as far as getting that yellow in there, I think that these pieces do a decent job, despite their lack of texture. I would have liked a little more texture, but Lego has not given us much more textured pieces, and it doesn't look like they will now that Bionicle is in it again, and yeah. But yeah, that's really all there is to say about this guy. Here's a comparison with Tahu, because why not? I almost knocked over my lamp, sorry, and there's Callan. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me just address, I did not do a mock talk last night. I might do a 5th one this week on Saturday. And the reason I didn't do one last night is because I made a video on the main channel, which has probably inspired you guys to request 2 new figures that premiered in that video. So go ahead, but I might, just a heads up that the Makuta mock I might wait a little bit on. But the Akimu one is up for grabs, so if you really want to see the Akimu, ask for that. So thank you very much for watching. This is Count OF. I'll see you guys another time, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of Mock Talks. Bye!